హలో హలో వినిపిస్తుందా? హలో 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 హలో
A chair here. Yes, sit in chair. Talk. Can I have chairs on this? Come front. This front side. Or I should come there. Yeah. Are we starting? Second class, I suppose. Right? Last time, how many were there? Time, how many are from marketing? Them are Indian, right? Am I audible? Uh, Last time we had discussion essential branding and structuring of communication on the that is the topic we made. Recall anything on that? Now, for example, when we make ads, advertisements, what you see outside, or a newspaper campaign or a television ad, some of them work and some of them don't work. Now, if you want to recall any ad, or if you want to, how many ads you can remember normally? Say, and why you remember? Last time, I just go with basic recap of what we discussed last time and take it further. Now, how many ads anybody can remember? Advertisement which is there on the television or quote Samsung, which phone? What do you see in the ad? Infinity. That is like they say edge to edge. And what else? How many other any ads of food related works like Pizza Huts and or oils or We're talking FMCG, fast moving products, consumer goods, we call it. Or do you remember any good. That's exactly how this is exactly the feeling. Good morning, sir. Exactly how we enter this branding. You need to get used to this language. You need to get used to kind of the whole. Just started. Interact on this. Otherwise, what happens is one-sided. You need to interact. Say yes, no. You should quote something. Then we'll understand from where we can start the discussion. So, do you remember any healthcare ad, hospital ad? Anywhere, not necessarily only television. Say outside, hoardings, call help. That's a good idea. Do you remember our ad? For medians? What did you say in the media? Our ads, right? Remember this line, farewell to sinusitis. You don't remember? Right, I saw one downstairs. You don't remember? Hey, say so. If you don't, see, it's like this: either you remember or don't remember. If you don't remember, say no. If you remember, say yes. And if you remember, quote it. Simple. That's a conversation. Otherwise, I don't understand. So, what is farewell to sinusitis, and why that ad is better ad? Way we are actually justifying our brand there. Last time we had comprehensively discussed about it. Can you recall anything, any elements in that? How does it look? Which color you see in farewell to sinusitis ad? It belongs to our brand. Do you ever use, say, yellow color? Primarily, we don't. We use only one blue color, and we said farewell to sinusitis, and we give a reason why, and we use our logo, Dr. House. Now here, what are the principles we followed in constructing the communication like that? Can you? So again, I repeat, this, these classes are conducted to understand the importance of branding. Unless you understand branding very seriously, what happens? Everything becomes very reactive kind of affair. Say, when you design an ad, tomorrow when you are working on a television film, or when you want to have a seminar, or other day we had a typical event, all these things have a certain commonality. Must, for example, if it's like this, if you don't understand the guiding principles, you don't understand the quality of whatever the communication things we do. This ad is good, bad, or ugly, whatever, we don't know. Therefore, we are more than once we are repeating ourselves to understand what is the guiding principle of Dr. Ravi, and on which. Good morning, sir. So, that's exactly where we need to understand very clearly. Otherwise, what happens? All like regular affair. It's a messy affair. Like anybody can do anything, kind of affair. Now, please recall all the things which we have done for our own healthcare campaign. Say, must have seen a couple of ads outside, a couple of hoardings outside. It's okay if you make a mistake, even better. If you don't react, I don't understand. Must say something. You must interact. That's the whole idea of this class. So, what are the things you saw? What are the things you didn't see in our camp? They're related to our brand, Dr. ENT. Dr. ENT. What is the guiding principle of the whole construction? That is a message. That's a message we try to convey. Now, when we the objective is to convey the message that we. So, how did we construct the communication? So what are the colors we use? What is the typography used? How we place the logo? All those things have certain principles. They we did not use randomly. Use typical look of Dr. Rao's ENT. So why did you do this? More than once. Tomorrow people did not read the ad also. If you are passing by, you are in a car, you are driving in front of this hoarding or anything, in a fraction of a second you know that it's a typical ad of Dr. Rao's. Now what is the reason why we are doing this? Why we are actually making sure that a structured approach is given to our communication? Because last time we very clearly discussed that we would like to have a strong recall. The moment they see this, they should think of our brand. They don't have to read also. The moment, for example, tomorrow you see a huge M kind of sign somewhere. The moment even a kid can recognize it's a McDonald's. Why are they doing that? There is a psychological factor here which is working. They recall the brand. So therefore, since we have frugal budgets, even if we have a lesser budgets and all that, what we do is we structure our communication. The branding is essentially a guiding principle under which everything works. Your advertising, your PR, your direct marketing, your digital marketing, your sales, your interfacing, everything works under one kind of principle. This is exactly what we do. This is what discussed last time. Again, unfortunately I'm repeating it myself because when I say something, make a note something and remember what we said. So the next time when we talk, we don't have to really go back to whatever we discussed last time. I wish next time you come with some notes or something because I can clearly see that unless you make a special attempt, you don't recall. Okay, how that was discussed last time actually. Today's objective is to discuss about in the space of marketing. When you do marketing of such brands, the importance of co-branding. What is co-branding? Anybody, any general idea we have? Don't have, fine. Can you? What is co-branding? For example, a specific brand is associated with another brand. Together, they create a communication. Co-brand. Now, roughly speaking, can you quote any example? Any? Say, for example, last time we had one event last week. There is a foundation called Anandapriya. It associated with Dr. Rao's ENT, our brand, and we launched something. Now, did you see any benefit there? Why did we do that? Why did we take that initiative? Generally, to have a nice evening or anything else? Question. Anybody answers? Anything behind the event? That's a thing which happened. Now, why did we do that? For brand what? Now, I'll explain why did we do that, or why we should do that today. Another Priya, tomorrow something else. Say, one of the international examples is there is sports model in BMW. They have associated with Louis Vuitton, the famous luxury bags and suitcases. Um, what happens is there is a huge market for Louis Vuitton worldwide. It's a billion-dollar brand, and equally big is BMW. Huge, huge brand it is. Now, at a stage, strategically, to increase their market shares, respective market shares, they came. They created what they have done. Louis Vuitton, when these people launched this I8 or something, one of those sports models, what they've done is they made these nice bags, traveler bags, various versions of it, which can nicely fit into their whatever that boot. What they have done is it's definitely useful for a traveler who chooses BMW as now. It's a win-win equation for both the brands. BMW has actually influenced millions and millions of Louis Vuitton customers, and Louis Vuitton has acceptance of again millions and millions of BMW customers. Because when you buy BMW, probably you get this kind of bags, and when you discuss about Vuitton bags, maybe you talk about BMW. So which means strategically two very known brands come together, and say that is a larger international example, a large scale example. Now we had a smaller example like Dr. Rao and Anandapriya. So what happened in the process is Anandapriya has his own, maybe in a smaller, big or medium sized way, his own this thing is there, audience, media acceptance, media reception, media visibility, whatever you call it. And Dr. Rao himself, as a doctor, is one of the largest brands in the of this specialty. And this institution has become one of the finest, very state of the art kind of institution here. It generates its own huge uh, patient base, right? So when these come together and create one program, like apparently it's a nice, joyful evening, beautiful dances. We all enjoy the performance, and we go back home. That's the essential result of it. But that did not stop actually there. Every page, every paper which covered this performance, they spoke about. They said one line about Dr. Rao, which means otherwise, how would we, unless we release an ad, how do we see ourselves in newspapers or any specialty thing which, in case if we were to conduct? So since what we have done is this one small initiative we have made is a typically co-branding initiative. Got the point? Now, did you see a benefit here? Say yes or what? You should talk. You should interact. You guys